EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Shoot.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
You draw course snap.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now a give right side. It's Logan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
49, check 49. Greystone travel. Show it up.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Logan. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Switch. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. It's the score, Saints 3, Packers 7.
Check, 47. Squeeze, double. Check 37. Check 15. Inside. Get 300.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going up top. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 59 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score, Packers 7, Saints 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Cook with a grab.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, check 20. Hey, lock it. Hey, exit. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Check. Here, Mike. Check. Lucky.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And shedding his way forward. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2nd and 1. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Ready, 61.
Kamara. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Let's go.
They run with Logan. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. You don't know no better.
47. 47 is the mic. Bound to lose one.
Here, Mike.
47 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now a play fake. Rodgers letting one go deep for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
He's crossed. X3.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Going for it all. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Ant, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 64 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Logan. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
6-6, pull it now.
From the gun, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Catch is made by Hurd. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Check. Bang, 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 bang. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Get 300. Get 300. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Yeah, Liz. He's coming. He's left. We got double up.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Shit. Blue draw Corkers.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. Logan, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7, and Thomas has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 or. Right now, let's go. Switch up, switch up. Twist. General West. Shoot.
To throw on second down. Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw. Herbert. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. On fourth down, Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers off the play fake. This one into the hands of Hurd. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, Delta. Pilot, 64, weak. Check Michael Allen. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. It's been a long day for you. Fair. Ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Protein spill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 5.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Echo. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Man, I got you. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we go, Mike. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Buzz. Hey, check Mike 11. Tighten up. Pull it together. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 45 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Hey, 2. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Hey, team 6. Don't say nothing. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. I got you. Mike, 28. Man out.
From the gun, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers staying on his feet. Broken tackle. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Hey, we
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Check 30. Check 24. Check 8. Flag.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So